Holiday greetings from us at Trigger Talk. Welcome to the show. And this is my cohort here, Steve, the Gunman Gildevan. I'm Mark Druick, coming to you from the Fix Studios here in Appleton, Wisconsin, brought to you by our friends at The Real Shot. Glad to have you with us. And, you know, here we are, Steve, only a few weeks out from Christmas. And today is, we're going to be talking a lot about, well, all we're going to be talking about is gifts for the outdoorsman.
Week and a half?
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Time's slipping past.
Yeah.
Yes, we got all sorts of neat stuff.
Neat stuff. You know, there's always, those of us are outdoor guys who work in the outdoor industry. You know, we're always picking up things here and there, and it makes it difficult. At least for my wife, it does difficult. You know, what do you get that guy for Christmas who pretty much has everything, has been accumulating everything, loves the outdoors, hunts, fish, canoes, kayaks. Hopefully today we'll give you a few ideas that might help you find that special gift.
I can see the guy sitting on his couch, sitting on his computer, sitting wherever watching this, and all of a sudden, dear, come here. Come on, take a look at this. You might want to take some notes here.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got some
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. But you know, it's always, you know, for Christmas, I know you've got a big tradition of holiday activities and stuff like that. You know, the special kind of the year, and I know you're big on Christmas. You like Christmas.
I love everything about Christmas.
There's so many different elements that go into it. Yeah, the gifts and the opening and all of that stuff that goes with it. But, you know, the gathering of family and, you know, those of us who work retail like you and I have for many, many years, that kind of attitude kind of changes a little bit, you know. Now people are not rushing around trying to get their equipment fixed, and everybody's trying to find that special gift for somebody. It's kind of, I always looked at Christmas shopping for my wife as the quest for the grail, you know, finding that one unique, that aha type of gift. Is that way for you?
Well, oh, yeah, absolutely. There's no question about it. My family's got a tradition of the winner of Christmas. Who won Christmas this year? And I've got a pretty good-looking wall of trophies for that.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm very, very good at picking Christmas gifts.
Well, you know, I think it's if you you pay attention to those folks, you know, you spend, you know, time with your wife. I spend time with my wife, and we do things together. And they're always looking at things like, oh, that's really cool. This is cool. If you pay attention to those things, I've discovered over the years that those things that they talk about, you know, like in the summertime or whatever, you might be at an event or a festival or something, and they see something, and you pick that something up, and then they've completely forgotten about it, and then they see it under the Christmas tree as like, wow, I can't believe you remembered that.
Note to self, and hopefully that memory isn't completely pushed out the first time you hear, you know, Chipmunk's Christmas song for the season.
In my home, it was always, you know, the oldies. It was Bing Crosby and Dean Martin. And
yes,
all that kind of Christmas
on the
music.
big old Zenith console in the
yeah, exactly. For those of you younger viewers, Google that up and you'll see what that is. You're like, oh my God, you actually played music on there?
Silver Bells.
You know, it was Christmas at our home was always special because my mom would bake cookies, and when my grandmother was alive, she would bake holiday stollen and all that type of stuff, and it was like a, you know, this build up and that crescendo to get to Christmas Eve, and it was a family reunion, and you know, it brings back a lot of special memories. And now that you have your own family and your grandkids, and I have my own family, we're kind of creating our own menus.
I've got the grandchildren, my daughter and her wonderful husband, and my grandkids coming in from Los Angeles. And after not having them last year, this year is going to be extra special.
Yeah, exactly. So awesome. Yeah, I think you and I both are looking forward to our holidays coming up this year. But you know, for the outdoorsman, there's so many things that you can pick up that are maybe something somebody didn't think about, or a stocking stuffer. Why don't you kick us off? I know you've come up with a phenomenal list of things here. I think there's something for everyone.
All the departments have gotten together and said, hey, how about this? How about that? First you know, we're in the gun business, so gun-related stuff kind of makes sense.
Right.
And I kind of going from least expensive to most expensive, the way I like to open Christmas gifts as well.
Perfect.
This is a personal vault from Bulldog. It is an all-metal vault designed specifically for handguns, for a concealed carry gun, for the nightstand gun, for something that you want to be able to keep readily available, but still secure. It's a metal padded vault. This is available in either a key lock closure or a combination closure. It comes with a cable that you can attach on the inside and run out and loop around any hard object, a bed frame, something like that. I use these in my car. I have them wrapped around the seat attachment post,
Sure.
so it's attached directly to the body of the vehicle. There's a lot of different ways to use this. Personally, I prefer the key model for a car because I always have my car keys with me. Now, you know, more and more cars don't actually use keys, but you still have the fob with you.
Right.
So you can keep that key attached directly to the key fob, so it's right on you as you're getting in and out of the vehicle. For inside the home, I prefer the combination model because you're not going to be walking around with your keys all the time. These guys run $32.99 for the key model, $34.99 for the combination model. I've got a couple of them, and it's just a great way to keep your handgun secure inside the home, inside the vehicle. Also, these are TSA approved. If you're going to transfer your handgun with you when you're flying, you're going to go someplace, you want to take a pistol along with you, these are TSA approved for flying with your firearm.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, that's a perfect gift. You know, security is such an essential part of ordering a firearm anyway. I've got one of those in my vehicles as well. It's just like you attach to the seat with a key. It's just a lot quicker to get at it if you need to use it.
Yep.
Perfect. That's a good one.
Another great stocking stuffer. These, because the ammo shortage is still kind of hanging out there, I've got limited availability on these. This is a great, I think it's a great Christmas gift idea because it's got this 100th anniversary Winchester Power Super X PowerPoint box, special packaging. Same great quality Winchester ammunition inside. This is a 300 count box of the Winchester PowerPoint 22 long rifle, high velocity 40 grain, 1,280 feet per second. Very, very nice box. These guys are running $39.99, and I think there's maybe a dozen of them left in stock. I don't know how long they're going to last, but ask for it when you come in the store here.
Yeah, that stocking stuffers. That's a. You know, you guys do the stocking thing.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah, my wife and I do it as well. St. Nick, which came Sunday night, so Monday morning we got to check out our stockings and all the goodies and stuff that was in there. And sometimes those little tiny things that somebody wouldn't even think of, like, wow, that's awesome.
Well, you know, like most households with children, Santa filled those stockings on Christmas Eve, you know, while he was dropping off everything else. And our children were no exception. And then, again, mysteriously out of nowhere, one Christmas morning, there was a stocking for my wife under the tree as well. Apparently, I had not been that good that year. I didn't get one for a while. But now he's bringing me, filling my stocking as well. It's just a great additional twist to Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it's all those little things that you do that, you know, going to, you know, see the local parks with their Christmas lights on, or that neighbor that's, you know, put so many Christmas lights up they probably use his electric meter for a fan, and it's all those things that are kind of fun that you know, bring the whole, you know, holiday season together.
You talk about Christmas lights. I gotta mention this. I live over near Waiwiga, and on my way home, in the evening, I drive through downtown Waiwiga. They started this thing last year. It made the local news. I think it was one of the local Waiwiga cops went the extra mile to do some decorating downtown businesses. Now, Waiwiga's Main Street is one extended block long. But then there's all the little side streets, Mill Street that goes out across the Lake Waiwiga dam. And then, of course, the assistance of all the homeowners in the area. Right now, downtown Waiwiga at night is phenomenal. It is worth the drive. People, it's just amazing.
Isn't that cool?
It's it's over the top, crazy, stupid, glorious. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, that kind of
So
puts you in the spirit,
worth it,
you know?
It's worth the drive, folks.
Yeah, exactly. So what's next on our
For the
list?
fishing department, we've got the dangler tip down combo. This is a Real Shot exclusive, and to be honest with you, I'm not an ice fisherman. I don't know much about how this works. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. That's going to, my guess is that's going to blow around in the wind a little bit.
It might, but you know, with those, there's such light resistance on it for those light biting fish. Mm-hmm. You know, because of the the way everything is positioned on there. And like you said, this is a Real Shot exclusive, so can't get these anywhere else. And it all folds up into a nice little thing that would actually fit into a stocking. The rod would stick out, but the base itself would actually fold up and fit into a stocking. And here we are. There's ice. I woke up this morning. There's ice on Lake Winnebago. I think, here it's time for ice fishing to kick in.
I'll bet I could walk across my pond right now.
Yeah, I suppose it's out in the country like that. It gets a little colder.
Yeah.
Well, here winter I think is finally settled in, but it's not a bad time when it comes in this here in December.
Anyway, like we said, this is a TRS exclusive. The Real Shot. This is what do they got? They've got this thing priced at $49.99, and I know we've had them in the store for a while now, and they've been selling pretty well already.
Yep. Yeah, they've been selling. As soon as we got them out on the shelves, I know they were peeling out of here pretty quick. So, yeah, it's great that it's only available here at the Real Shot, located 1919 East Calumet Street. You can also go to therealshot.com. I believe those are available on there as well.
We got these online as well?
Yep.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, just to piggyback on that, all the JT custom rods, when you say the word custom, kind of says something that's a little bit more special than all the other things. But we've got these available in the store as well. They're starting at like $95. Again, not unlike the dangler, these are moving pretty quickly as well. And I
would think, yeah.
If you're thinking about that gift for that ice fisherman, there's no way for us to predict exactly what the supply chain is going to be like, but it's challenging again this year as well.
We're not going to talk too much about the supply chain today.
So don't
stomp on my holiday spirits here.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to give you a little hoof now and then. But here, just again, those are the things that you have to kind of pick them up while you can.
Yep, and those are custom rods manufactured to our
we carry those here in the Real Shot. We have for a couple years now, and really gained some momentum and some popularity here in the area. Obviously with all the ice fishing that we have on Lake Winnebago and Bay of Green Bay and all that kind of stuff, there's a lot of demand for that, and it's there's crossover too. The guys who hunt like the ice fish, the guys they have the same equipment. Mm-hmm. So. All right, what do you got next?
Well, the Templar knives. Here.
There we go.
Got one here.
Just for me.
The
It's
Templar
got the special logo on it. What is this one?
That is, what do they call that one? It's on the box here. They call it the Punisher.
The Punisher.
No, excuse me, the Fallen.
The Fallen. Anyway, it is a very cool skull. An angry one.
I brought that. That's my top seller.
Perfect.
Templar knives. I've got 15 different models of the Templar knives in stock. Now, they are essentially all the same mechanism. There's an out-the-front automatic. They all come with a ice. I'm thinking about ice now. Glass breaker on the other end. They all come with a belt clip. They all come with a belt pouch. They all come with a lifetime warranty, which is very, very crazy cool. I got a couple of these the smaller ones in stock. This is quite a bit smaller than the one that you've got. These guys run $79.99, $99.99 on the bigger ones. I've got 13 different versions of that in stock, different blade shapes, some serrated, some not serrated, different graphics on the handle itself.
Yep.
But made in Texas, so almost made in the U.S.
Almost.
Texas is a different state altogether. It's a state of mind. I know, I've been there.
They've been there.
But we talk about everyday carry. We talk about carry guns. We talk about that a lot here. I think when it comes to being prepared, not necessarily prepared for self-defense, but prepared for any eventuality that may come up during the course of the day, there's 3 basic things a person should have. And that's a gun, a knife of some sort. Now, I carry just a plain folder. I don't consider a knife necessarily to be for personal defense per se, but to help a person get through the course of a day, especially in emergencies. And then, of course, the flashlight. A person should always have a flashlight with them. But we've got these in stock, and again, 15 different models, different colors, different blade shapes, different some serrated, some not. They come with an excellent blade edge on the blade, and who doesn't want to have a switchblade for Christmas?
When you talk about this on the end there, tell the viewers.
Glass breaker. I've been selling a lot of these to first responders, primarily for automotive glass.
Okay.
To get into or get through a windshield, a window. In the case of a car accident, those doors don't work. You got to get out of a vehicle. You got to help get somebody out of a vehicle. You reverse that thing and hit that hardened steel tip against the glass to help start the shattering process.
Okay. Again, one of those things that you hope never happens, but if you're prepared for it, all that much better. These are really nice knives, and they've been extremely popular since you brought them in. Oh, my God.
I brought them in tentatively last January and got in a half dozen of them, and the demand just kind of blew up on us. I don't know exactly, but I sell a couple of these a week, probably.
Yeah, it's one of those cool things, and like you said, I don't think I've ever gone anywhere I couldn't tell you how many years without having some type of a knife in my pocket.
The only time I do not have a knife with me is when I'm flying these days.
Yeah.
And for a long, long time, a gentleman was allowed to have a pocket knife in his pocket on an airplane, the way life should be. But different times. Anyway, a pocket knife to me is part of getting dressed in the morning. Putting that knife in my pocket.
Yeah. Yep. The keys,
constantly.
The keys and the belt and the wallet and the knife. I mean, for us here, we are using it cutting boxes and tags and stuff and all kinds of. It's nice to have. Plus, I like the design of them. They're long and sleek. They're not big and fat. Like I've got on my jeans, I've got a little pocket that's made specifically for something like that. That's where I keep my pocket knife right now, and it's really easy to access, but nice and sleek, not intrusive, doesn't feel big and bulky in your pocket either.
Well, again, people, you look at that and you think out the front automatic, also colloquially known as a switchblade, has evil connotations. But quite frankly, when you use a knife in the course of a day at work, wherever you happen to be, often as not, you're going to be cutting something you've already got a hold of. Being able to access that blade with one hand is just convenient. Being able to make it safe with one hand is just that much more convenient. That's a very, very practical gift.
Agreed. Very good.
Now, in talking about everyday carry, and I mentioned to me the Holy Trinity, my carry pistol, a good knife, and also a flashlight. People are going to be getting so tired of hearing me talk about this. I have always thought it is appropriate for a prepared person to carry a flashlight with them all the time. Flashlights, as we know, have 3 or 4 D cells, and they're that big, and they're that big around, and it's just about impossible. Okay, well, then they came out with some smaller ones, but they still have that cylindrical body to them, and they're bulky and a little bit difficult to carry, and I never really found one that I really liked. And then I started hearing some people whose opinion I respect, guys writing and talking from Guns Magazine, American Handgunner Magazine.
Okay.
Those guys fell head over heels in love with the Streamlight Wedge flashlight. And to the point where I started checking with our distributors to see if they stock them. Well, they had them listed, but nobody had them in stock for like a year. And they finally became available, and I ordered one in to buy for myself. And this flashlight, I carry it every day. I thought, okay, I'll carry it a few times to see how that works out. But it's so slim, so sleek, so easy to carry in just clip it in my pocket like most people do a pocket knife.
Right.
it's not tactical crazy. So many tactical knives, the everyday carry knives, they've got 40 different settings on them, including a high-speed strobe and aircraft signal lights and all these things, and you got to be a computer genius to figure out how to make the thing work. This has got a simple on switch, and I mean that is bright. Simple on switch, and then if you take that switch and you hold it forward, you have temporary, what I call the nuclear option. It goes from 300 lumens to 1,000 lumens. It's an all aluminum body. It's a very, very clean light. It doesn't have holes in it, doesn't have gaps in it. It's not exactly a spot. It's not exactly a flood. It's somewhere in the middle, which is what most people need for the everyday use of a flashlight. It's also USB rechargeable.
Nice.
Comes with the charging.
That's perfect.
It is. These things are just awesome. I use this thing half a dozen times a day at least. Drop, working back in the gunsmith service area, drop that little part. Not that I do that a lot, but no more than 2-3 times a day. Trying to read something small. Now, we're men of a certain age and we use the reading glasses.
Correct.
But sometimes you just need to see something up a little bit closer, a little bit brighter, and it's amazing. Instead of reading glasses, put that flashlight on it, and it sharpens it up enough so I can see it without the reading glasses. And then, of course, there's the tactical use. You find yourself, in a dark alley at night. It's nice to know what's going on around you. Flashlight, I would never be without one again. These guys have an MSRP of $149.99. That's a little scary for a flashlight, but they are well worth it. We sell them here at the Real Shot for $99.99.
Perfect.
So 1/3 off.
Yep.
Of MSRP. They are. We have it in the. Oh yeah, you've got one there. Got them in stock in black and also the coyote brown. Folks, trust me on this one. Once you have one of these and you put it in your pocket, you will not leave home without it.
Everybody needs one because everybody thinks that you got a flashlight on your phone, but then you got to flip it. You got to get to that app. You got to turn it on. A lot quicker to get this out. It's a lot brighter.
So simple.
Yep. Yeah, perfect. Great stocking stuffer as well.
Do I dare shine this at the camera? Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Look at that. Perfect.
And then
the nuclear mode. Nice.
The nuclear option.
That's a great idea. I remember when you first talked to me about that, I'm like, And again, not intrusive. Fits in your pocket. You don't even know it's there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's a great one. All right.
I was about the flashlight for now.
Yeah, I could tell you like that one.
Oh my God, I love that flashlight.
Well, you know what? If you didn't have one, I'd probably get you one for Christmas. So, all right, what's next on the list here, my friend?
That is the Pro Mag 65 round AR drum mag. Does anybody need one of these? Well, if you need one, you're living a lot more dangerous lifestyle than I am. Want one? Absolutely. 65-round drum magazine for 5.56 or 223 ARs because first they just look cool as all get out. Load it up fairly quickly, fairly easy to load. And now you go to the range and you've got ammo in the gun. You don't have to stop having fun just to reload your mags. I don't know what can I say about it. It's just a really, really cool product. $99.99, so less than $1 around. And actually, more than $1 around. My math isn't working well.
Right. And if your significant other or friend or family, has this type of firearm, this is something they may not buy for themselves. But
you took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but for $100, I can buy a bunch of 30-round mags. Yeah, but 30-round mags are less than half of 65.
Yeah.
See, now my math's working.
Now we're cooking. That's an excellent one. I like that a lot. And what's next?
Okay, well, you got it right there. That's a heavy sucker. I'm going to let you lift that up.
Gee, thanks.
I had one of these when I was much, much, much younger, and they're still available. This is the Champion. This is a 22 long rifle, 22 rimfire bullet trap. Okay, got to be careful how I address this. It's not Magnum rated. It's rated for 22 long rifle or air guns. It comes with a clip to attach a paper or cardboard target to the front, and it will stop 22.
Let me turn it around here.
Turn that around.
That was just for all of our. That was for all of our foreign viewers.
Well, you know, we're not that far from Canada.
No, we're not.
Or Canadian, depending on how you.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I love it.
Yeah, it'll stop a pellet. We'll stop a 22 long rifle, 22 short, 22 long.
Very cool.
Okay, am I advocating that you use this indoors? I have. If you miss the trap, you've got a projectile going places that it really shouldn't go. It will definitely stop a 22 long rifle. I would also be concerned about lead fumes, lead vapor that you're going to get if you shoot this indoors. All I'm going to say is if you do use this someplace that's not outdoors, make sure that you have got a secure backstop that's still going to stop it and it is not going to pose a risk to life and limb.
Yeah.
Basements, you know, with a good concrete or concrete block wall behind you may be a decent option out in the garage. But again, or just someplace where you don't want to have to worry about having a good solid backstop outside. Yeah. These things are great. I have shot and shot and shot. You just can't blow them up as long as you're using proper ammunition. And these guys sell for, again, $99.99. We got a lot of product in stock at $99.99.
Yep. Along with that, hearing protection and eye protection as well.
Oh, absolutely. That goes without saying.
Yeah, that goes without saying. Another great one. I like that. That's a good one as well. All right, now.
Okay, also from the folks at Bulldog, we showed you the personal vault. Do I have a...
You got the right language?
I get the right language on this one. Okay, this is a Bulldog personal vault. It can certainly, of course, be used for a handgun, for all your everyday carry stuff. You want to keep a handgun, flashlight in there, but also for smaller valuables. It can be bolted down to a hard surface like a tabletop, a shelf in a closet. The door does open out the front. It's a digital push-button operation. Fairly easy to access in the dark in a hurry if you practice it a little bit. But just this transcends gun stuff. This is just excellent idea for anybody who's got stuff they want to keep out of small hands in the household.
Right.
I don't know. Under certain circumstances, they can see like putting medication, things like that in there. Place to keep your that extra cash that you don't want the teenagers to get tempted by.
Sure.
Sort of thing. So, and once again, where are we at with the price on this? $99.99. We loving that price point.
Yeah, I mean that's a if you own a handgun, I think like we talked about earlier, having some type of security is essential. You've got to have it.
Oh, absolutely.
Anything you can do to prevent any issues is pretty critical.
Indubitably.
All right. So.
All right.
On to
onward.
The next.
I'm gonna stay here. Right side out. This is just an example. We have got binoculars in stock from Vortex. The great thing about sporting optics, you know, you can buy somebody a rifle scope, but that's more personal. That's the sort of thing. What are you going to use the scope for? How are you going to use it? What kind of gun you're going to put it on? That can be a difficult thing to buy as a gift for somebody because it's very, very personal selection.
Sure.
On the other hand, binoculars. I don't know how many binoculars do you have?
4.
Yeah, I've got more than that. I got at least a half a dozen binoculars. I've got them. I live in the country, so we've got one in the kitchen. We've got a couple upstairs on our sitting room upstairs off the deck. Got them in the vehicles. Got them in my hunting gear. I have binoculars everywhere.
Exactly.
And, you know, one binocular does not necessarily meet all needs. We've got this little Vanquish over here.
This one right here.
That's fairly new for us. We decided to start carrying some more compact. That is a 10 by 26 that runs $99.99. I don't know if you folks are aware of Vortex's warranty, but it definitely worth mentioning here. Vortex, Wisconsin-based company. They're in Barneveld, and they have the most incredible, not just their warranty, but how they back their warranty. It is unconditional, no questions asked, lifetime warranty. I can't overemphasize that. If you have not lost the product altogether, if you have not damaged it intentionally, they're going to cover everything. They're going to cover that optic if it's damaged in a house fire, in a car accident, if your toddler drops it. As a matter of fact, I know Sam and Sarah, if you happen to be watching this, you may want to find something else for Gideon to do, because I know one toddler who's getting that binocular for Christmas this year.
Nice.
And yeah, well, where they live in Los Angeles, up on the hills, they've got a deck that looks out over. They can actually see the lights of Dodger Stadium from their house.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he's going to have a lot of fun with that.
Well, yeah, and like you mentioned, and not only the warranty itself, but the people that you deal with at Vortex. Every person that I've spoken to
It's
in
like
regards
talking
to
to family.
It is. They treat you like you're important, and they're appreciative that you, of all the choices you have, you pick their product.
Yeah. It really is. It blows my mind every time I talk to them down there. And plus, we spend so much time talking about their warranty and the quality of their customer service. Sometimes I forget to mention the value. It's just excellent quality stuff at a very good price. I don't think anybody else can touch the value either.
Yep.
Crisp, bright, at really reasonable prices. I've got what have I got in stock here? I got 12 different Vortex binocular models in stock on display right now, running anywhere from $99.99 to $249.99. Magnification running from 8 to 12 power, subcompact, compact, full size, roof prism, poro prism. This little Raptor, this 8.5 by 32, we got that in an 8.5 power, also in a 10 power, and that guy comes in at $99.99 as well. That is an excellent value.
Yeah, it is. It is. Very cool. You got something else from Vortex too?
I do, yeah. Again, rangefinder. Yeah, hunters love rangefinders, but a lot of people can use a rangefinder. Golfers. Mm-hmm. If you got a golfer in your family, a rangefinder can really be a great aid. Trying in club selection. Yeah. You know, is that 125 yards? Is that 145 yards to the pin?
Right.
That can make a big difference in that final score on your golf card. Laser rangefinder. Again, I keep going back to that warranty. Nobody else in the industry offers a lifetime warranty on a laser rangefinder. All their electronics, that same crazy warranty. As far as I know, everybody else, maybe there might be one or two really high-end laser rangefinder manufacturers that offer a 2-year warranty, but that's going to cover defects, materials, and workmanship. Vortex covers, again, all the aforementioned accidents, defects in materials and workmanship, any sort of breakage that occurs, unless it's intentional, they're going to cover you for life on that. This guy comes in at $199.99, by far my top selling rangefinder in the department.
Without a doubt. Yeah, Vortex is the way to go. And local company, manufactured right here in Barneveld, Wisconsin. So,
well, the company's based in Barneveld. They're manufactured offshore, like virtually everything else. Yep. But the manufacturer is based in Barneveld, and that's where you're talking to people if you have an issue. Exactly. You're not talking to somebody who's talking to you with an unusual accent. Yeah. All right. On to the next one. Striker, Graph, and Ice Sim suits. We've got those available. Unfortunately, we don't have the room here to bring all of those in, so you will just have to come in. One. I could have, I guess. But that would. Why didn't you tell? Why didn't you remind me? Because I didn't think you'd fall for it. Well, anyway, come in and take a look at those. Again, very popular item. We've seen a lot of people over the years purchasing ice suits and rain suits and all that kind of stuff with the ice fishing season coming up and snowmobiling. Great opportunities for that as well. Now I'm going to take on the next one here, if I can get it out properly. This one struck me as a particularly extraordinary value. This one is really cool. If I can get it out from underneath here, I put it in here. And I'm having difficulty getting it. There you go. But, hey, it's compact, though. All right.
This one here has always been an excellent holiday product for us. It's the Bear Legit, formerly known as the Cruiser. This is a bow that we can set up for anybody. And the nice thing about this bow is it goes from 5 to 70 pounds, 13 to 30-inch draw length.
That's not physical weight. That's draw weight.
That's draw weight.
Okay.
That's draw weight.
Just clarifying for our viewers.
Comes equipped. It has everything on it. It has a rest, sight, quiver, peep sight. The loop is on it. Stabilizer with a wrist sling. Basically, we can have somebody set up and shooting this thing within a half an hour once we get everything all set up. And
I'm sorry, you probably mentioned, but what's the draw length adjustment again?
13 to 30.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes on a rotating module, which is like right here. And that we just adjust that, and that adjusts the. That's why it's so universal that it can fit anybody. You don't have to have specific modules to do it. You don't have to have switch out limbs. You pretty much can do everything with the bow as it sits right here. So, you know, the youngsters, the ladies, old guys like you and I, you know, anybody. I can set anybody up to shoot this bow, and we've got plenty of these in stock, and we're looking at $419 for the bow package.
That's just stupid good.
Yeah, it is. It's been a great seller for us since we've been here at Real Shot, and
it's got a capture rest on it.
Yeah, it's an updated. It's like a whisker biscuit, but it is a capture rest. So
four-pin fiber optic sight with a level.
Yep. And a light.
Wow,
that's
5-arrow
quiver, peep sight, loops already on it. Some adjustments, paper tune it. You can start shooting arrows. So
that is awesome.
Yep, that's awesome. That's a really good one. That's an extremely popular one. Especially for those kids who are just starting out, or those ladies, or somebody who just wants to get a bow and not have to spend, a ton of money. They work out just perfectly.
Well, let's get to the real fun stuff here now.
The stuff that's been sitting out here. If you're curious, there's a couple items here that are really they've got the cool factor. So I'll let you start. Which one you want to do first?
Let's just do the ATN, the thermal monocular. I got a little backstory on this. Thermal monoculars are not terribly cheap. This guy runs $599.99, and I was aware of their existence. I had studied how they work a little bit, and just kind of let it slide because that seemed like a lot of money for an optic that doesn't really give you a lot of detail, definition at distance. It can't be used for aiming anything. It's not a scope. It's just a monocular. So I didn't give it the consideration that it needed. And I had a customer come in a couple weeks ago and asked if we carried any. And I explained to him why I didn't. He said, blood trailing alone. Trailing a wounded animal, looking for a wounded animal, daytime or nighttime, heavy cover. That alone is why he wanted one. So he convinced me. I ordered this thing in, and I just got to tell you, I can't stop playing with it.
Everybody's taking a look at it and they're like, wow. That is one of those things that really could assist you in retrieval.
It'll show you in absolute darkness where the hot spots are, where the heat signatures are. You can adjust it's got some magnification adjustment from 2 to 8 power. You can take pictures with it. I haven't looked into exactly how you go about doing that. I'm wired transfer to or Bluetooth or hippie magic or something. I don't know. But you can adjust how you read the signature. It can have black on white, white on black, black being the hot, white being the hot. You can do color, or you can do black and white with red being hot, whatever your preference is. But just messing around, I took it home one night just to see it, and was watching the horses out in the pasture. Total darkness, had no idea exactly where they were, put that up, and bang. Not only could see them, but I could definitely tell they were horses.
There's that wow gift for the guy who has everything.
Oh, yeah. But finding that dead deer laying in heavy cover in the dark, I have had to abandon a number of blood trails at night because we had to give up. We weren't getting anything. Come back the next day and found they were actually lying fairly close to where we had given up.
Yep.
That can take a lot of that out. It could also be used to show you in the dark. You get into a tree stand or a box blind, something. At dark 30. and you can hear movement, but you're not sure what it is, that can help you out in that situation.
Now you'll know what it is.
Show you where those bedding areas are. Yeah. Even if, in broad daylight, in heavy cover, you might think there's something over there, but not know it. That can solve a lot of answers for you. Solve a lot of
useful, but also fun.
Answer a lot of solutions.
Yeah, exactly. That one's pretty cool. That's one of the.
It could also show you if there's a fire someplace.
Okay. Perfect segue.
I got this thing. I display it out on the gun rack behind the gun counter, and I got the sign up there that the technical name is the exothermic pulse fire, and there's no other way to put it. Yeah, it's a flamethrower.
Yes, it is.
It's a flamethrower. It is uses a piezoelectric activation up on the front here. It has a battery, a chargeable battery. Comes with a battery. Comes with a charger. Comes with a tank that'll hold. I'm not sure exactly what that is. It's under a half gallon of regular gasoline. It uses regular gas. You can spike the gas with a little bit of diesel if you want to make your fuel a little bit tackier. Safety over the activation button here. It's really simple. You turn it on. There's non-switch over here to turn on the power. Flip that up out of the way. Push the button, and it's going to shoot a stream of flaming gasoline out of the front of this thing about 25 feet. Okay, what are you going to use it for? Well, first, the obvious reason is because you don't already have one. Just so you can say, yeah, I got a flamethrower. I mean, do you have a flamethrower?
No.
I got it.
No, but it'd be a great way to, melt a little snow off
Everybody
your driveway.
says that first. Yes, melting snow and ice on the walkway. I would not do that on a wooden deck.
No.
Got to think a little bit about how you're using these things.
They do melt stuff.
I love telling this story, and forgive me if everybody's heard it already. One of the first ones of these we sold to a guy, and he lives up in northern Wisconsin, and word got back to me. He said, how'd it go? And he said, well, apparently, if you own a flamethrower, and you live in northern Wisconsin on a lake, and you go out into your yard in the middle of January, and you use that flamethrower to start a bonfire, two things are going to happen. One is your neighbors are going to show up, and two, they're going to bring beer. So
if you want to start
there's
a
the sales
party,
pitch right there. I can't top that at all.
That's an icebreaker party starter right there, just waiting to happen. It's one of those things that I remember when you brought them in, and all of a sudden now people are like, "That's really cool. I got to have one of those."
Yeah, it's actually a little surprising how many of these I sell.
Right, exactly. Very cool. Well, obviously we've got all of these things available to you at the Real Shot here. You can stop in and talk to either Steve or myself or any of the guys here. We'd be happy to point you in the right direction here to get you set up. That's what we're here for. This time of year, people are always coming in looking for something, and we are here to help you. You can also visit therealshot.com. And you can order. Now, not all of these items are available online, but some of the items are. But visit the website anyway. And, we look forward to seeing you in the store. It's getting to be that fun time of year.
It certainly is.
Yep. All right. Well, listen, thanks for taking the time to tune us in here. And we thank the production crew here at Fix Productions for helping us put this on today. We help the Real Shot for standing behind us and helping along the way as well. And, we look forward to seeing you next time here on Trigger Talk. Happy holidays.